Welcome to the Rick Dollar Show podcast. Here's a guy who thought those voices in his head sounded familiar. Your host, Rick Dollar.
Rick Dollar here for the Rick Dollar Show, and thanks for listening to us tonight. I guess we could say tonight now. My guest tonight is Miss Jaelee Roberts. How are you, Jaelee?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm doing great, Now, I want to jump into just some things about, in case somebody's lived under a rock for the past 15 years and don't know who you are or what you do. But you are the, I guess, the lead vocalist for Sister Sadie. I guess we'd call you that. Don't want to.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Me and Danny Flowers and Gina Britt, we all do some lead singing in the band. But exactly. I do a lot of it.
2-time Grammy nominees, 3-time IBMA Vocal Group of the Year. The coolest thing about it all is you guys are playing Rhythm and Roots in my hometown this year, which is cool for me.
I'm so excited for that.
Yeah. And the Earl Scruggs Music Festival, that's nothing to yawn about either. It's just an incredible festival.
Oh my goodness, yes.
And the bluegrass situation has a great article out right now. And I was really glad to see that.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Yes, it is. Now, if somebody wants to find out about you, they would go to Jaelee Roberts Music, of course. Mm-hmm. But, what a female vocalist that you've blossomed over these years.
Thank you.
It's not like you had a bad voice to begin with, but, and you've got a record coming out, Let Me Be Lonely, on August the 29th, which is, just a few days away.
I know. I'm so excited.
So now, how many times have you played the Grand Ole Opry?
So I think for me, I have played it as a solo artist. I've played it once.
Mm-hmm.
And then with Sister Sadie, I think the last time I played would have made it around my 35th time.
Good Lord. 35 times?
Yeah.
There's some people
crazy.
There's some people out there older than me that haven't done that. Now that's pretty good.
It's pretty hard to believe, really. It's one of those things where I lay down in bed at night and think about it. I'm like, there's no way that's real.
So what happens when you go out there in the middle of the circle and do you still get the butterflies that you did the first time you went out there?
Oh my goodness. Yes, it's like the feeling of nervousness, but also like the most amount of excitement you've ever felt every single time. And then it's like you're standing inside stage and you're watching the act before you go on and you're like, oh no, it's about to be my turn. It's about to be my turn. And then you go out there and you stand in that circle and it's like, for me, every time it's like, I get this, I can't believe I'm standing here moment, like every single time without fail. And then it's like, you almost feel all of my heroes that I've ever had, I know have stood in that circle and performed. And it's just like, you can almost feel that energy almost. And it's just the most surreal feeling in the world.
Well, now Don Rigsby said it the best, I think, one time when he was talking about you, because you had done some work with him. Mm-hmm. And he's known you for a long time.
Yes.
And I think you got that. He's like your number one fan.
Oh,
no doubt about that, But Don was just so I was really shocked that day because he came up with words that I couldn't come up with, And I think he's been friends with Danny for a while.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I've known Don my whole life. I love him to pieces. I'm his biggest fan. So.
Well, there you go then. Now, your mom is Andrea Roberts, and I'm probably being kind of repetitive here because I'm sure anybody that's listening to this interview is already knows all these things. But I think it's worth talking about.
Absolutely.
Your mom and dad are two of the heavyweights in this industry right now. Mm-hmm. I mean, Danny he's been with the Grascals for how long?
20 years.
There you go.
Which is most of my life. I was 4.
Wow. So not bad,
Yeah.
Now, having Andrea Roberts in the household has got to have its positive spin to it, but it also has that little pressure thing, I think, going all the time. Am I right?
Yeah, both of them really. It's kind of like you just, they've both done so many crazy cool things in the industry. And like we were talking about before coming on here, my mom is so intelligent when it comes to like music business and anything like business music related and music related. And then my dad is so intelligent when it comes to anything music, how to fix an instrument, how to play something, how to sing something. They both sing, and it's just like I just want to make them proud. And it's just like one of those things where everything I want to do, I want to honor them in some way because I wouldn't be where I am without them. So
I got an opportunity about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, to have a picture made with myself, Kyle Cantrell, your dad, and and Doyle Lawson, by the way.
Oh,
so
that's a great picture.
There's royalty there.
Yeah.
How does it doesn't get any better than that?
It's really awesome. That's a great photo.
Oh, it was pretty awesome. Let me tell you, man. I was like all giddy, like a little girl,
Absolutely,
I don't know what to do, So what's going on with Sister Sadie? I mean, a lot of positive things are happening with you guys. And
we've been staying really, really busy, which I love so much. And I couldn't ask to travel with a better group of women. I love them like they're my family. That they are my family. Matter of fact, they really are. And it's crazy to be like in this band, especially when I first joined, because I was joining into a band of women that I've always looked up to. Like I was like, I'm joining Sister Sadie. Like I can't really fathom that. And then it's just turned into this such a cool thing. Like when Danny joined the band, and I love singing with her so much. And then Rainey Miatka, our mandolin player, she joined the band, and she's just amazing. And I had never known Rainey before. I'd never met her because she's from the West Coast. She's from Oregon.
Right.
And was on that side of things. And they found her through social media. And then I met her, and she's like, I love her so much. She's so talented. She can do it all. And now we have a new bass player named Katie Blomars Kimball. And she's like the missing piece it's all come together so cool. She's got a jazz background, and she is a insane bass player. She's amazing and an insane singer. So it's so much fun. And Deanie and Gina, of course, they're pillars in the bluegrass industry, period.
No doubt.
And it's just, I can't believe that I get to play with them. And it's even crazier that Gina Britt played in a band with my mom when she was a teenager. And Deanie played in a band with my dad when she was a teenager. And then I joined their band when I was a teenager. So it's funny.
All these connections that you have in this band, and just the people that you're traveling with. I think that's enough to keep anybody grounded and focused.
Absolutely.
To be able to, I don't even know how to say this. I mean, to keep you between the ditches, so to speak.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's
got to keep you on the right track.
Yeah, it's great. We have a great time. We've been working up some new material here recently, and like even doing it on stage, and it was just so much fun. We have these random weekends that we're off that we'll get together and practice our stuff that we usually do, and then we start up doing new material together. And like this past weekend, we started doing it on stage. We're like doing a Kiss song on stage now, and it's so
Which one
fun.
Are you doing?
I Was Made for Loving You.
Oh my god.
It's so fun. It's just
I got to hear that one now.
It's really, really fun.
That's amazing. Well, what seems to be the gel that holds you guys together? I got to know. There's got to be some kind of secret to all this.
Honestly, I think it's just like, this might sound like ushy-gushy or whatever, but I think it's how much we love each other. It's like, honestly, traveling, like we're called Sister Sadie, but it's kind of like traveling like a bunch of sisters. Like obviously it's a bunch of girls, and sometimes we can all be like, whatever, but honestly, hardly ever. Like we always just have a great time. We're always laughing. We play so well together. Like we just enjoy the music that we're doing, and we're never bored. We're never mad. We're never like it's like everybody has a shoulder to lean on. We're all there for each other at all times, and it's just really fun. I think that's what is the glue that holds it together. Is it's just fun. It's fun, and it's a good mix of people.
Well, if you look back in time, I know it sounds like I'm 150 years old, but if you look back at like Stanley Brothers, all these other, musicians from the past,
Mm-hmm.
they were all family.
Yeah.
To start.
Mm-hmm.
So you really had no other choice. I mean, like if you're a Ralph Stanley, you got to travel with Carter.
Yeah.
Just imagine that for a minute.
Right. Yeah.
But those guys got mad at each other every once in a while.
Oh, for sure.
And they had to figure it out.
Yeah, I think
they had responsibilities.
I think it's just like, it's like a regular job, like you're always gonna have tiffs or whatever. But honestly, like I'm being so like 100% honest, we have like never had tiffs with each other. Really? Ever. Like we just travel really well. I think sometimes like when we're really tired, we all just do our own, like we're in a van together, but we'll all just kind of be chill and do our own thing. And then like all of a sudden one person will get ramped up because somebody's like awake, and then we'll all be like, woo! So it gets really fun really quick.
Man, I don't understand. I tell you, maybe it's a girl thing or something.
Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah, because guys, we'd be like throwing stuff at each other, yelling at each other, scaring people when they're, asleep or something. I don't know.
There is some of that. There is some. We do some prank pulling, but.
Oh, but that's good though.
Yeah, it keeps things fun.
So, how long have you been doing this? I mean, I'm not talking about just with Sister Sadie, what you're doing as an individual performer also. All this stuff, how many years are we looking at here?
Well, I started singing before I could even talk, really. I
heard about that.
Yeah.
From Don Rigsby.
Yeah, I've always been a singer. And then I grew up singing in church, and I still do that. I love singing in church. And then I started playing fiddle when I was 4. Yeah. And I started doing fiddle contests growing up. And then I started wanting to play guitar and mandolin and piano and all, like just wanted to, dip my toe into everything that I could. And I was a dancer. I used to clog. And I don't know what that was. Actually. Anyways,
are the doors and windows locked?
Yeah, they are. I don't know. Oh, I think some pots and pans. I'm sitting in the kitchen. I think some pots and pans just fell over in the thing. Now, anyways,
that was kind of cool, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. Anyways, so I grew up doing all of that, and then I started really getting serious about it. Probably around high school, I was really like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. There's no doubt about that. And I kind of always felt that way. Like when I was little, how people get asked when they're little kids, like, what do you want to be? And they're like, an astronaut. I was like, I want to be Dolly Parton. So that's what I want to be. So I always knew, like, deep down that's what I wanted to do. But in high school, I started homeschooling in like 7th grade. Yeah. And I started really focusing on it then. And I really wanted to start songwriting. And actually, the girl that runs sound for Sister Sadie, Rebecca Spear, she had a band that she was doing, and she hired me when I was 14.
Gosh.
And I started out on mandolin with her, funny enough. And then I got a little bit older, and then I started doing fiddle with her. And I played with her until I think I was around 17 or 18. And then I got signed to Mountain Home Music when I was 19. And then went to college. And then when I was 19 as well, I started playing with Sister Sadie. And now I've been in Sister Sadie for 5 years. So really, it's been a whole life thing, which I'm very, very thankful for. And I hope I can do it until I'm 100.
Well, and I think all that depends on you, on how much you really love what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Like we were talking about, you look at the old school guys, Stanley Brothers and guys like that. It was a love. I mean, every day when they woke up.
Oh, absolutely.
They knew what they were going to do.
It's
they knew they were supposed to,
And it's a commitment as well.
Exactly.
It is, and it is a great one. To me, personally, I couldn't imagine doing anything else, truly. Like I went and got my college degree, just in case to fall back on. In case
I never know.
Yeah. And actually, funny story, because you mentioned Dole. I'm a huge Dole Lawson fan. And he told me, I remember, I don't even remember how it happened, but I was like, I just don't want to go to college. And he looked at me and he was like, you go to college, go to college, do it and get that degree. And every time I remember I would just be on the road playing because I was a full-time college student and also full-time band member in Sister Sadie.
Wow.
So there would be so many times where I was like, I just want to do music. I just want to drop out. But then I would remember Doyle Lawson told me,
you made this promise degree, to Doyle Lawson. Yeah. You mess that up, you're in trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he will remind you.
I did it. I did it.
Oh, man. I tell you what. Doyle, what a guy. I mean, he's like everybody's grandfather. Or everybody's dad, depending. Yeah. Well, he kind of could be my dad, but
absolutely.
What a guy.
He's the best, truly and honestly. I love him so much.
I hated to see when he wanted to cut back on touring because there was, places that we would cover for the radio show and for the podcast. And I'd be always thinking, oh man, I can't wait to, get there and see Doyle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just talk to him for a little while.
Yeah.
But now he's doing his own thing. And he's one of these guys though that retirement has come to him, but it came to him on his terms.
Right. Right.
He wanted to kind of just not be on the road.
Which is awesome. I think that's if you're gonna retire, that's the way to do it right there.
I'll tell you what. Doyle used to keep his bus on Highway 421 in Bristol, Tennessee. I had a relative that had a restaurant like right down the road. Yeah. So I happened to be at that restaurant one morning and I came back up to the interstate and there's Doyle's bus sitting there.
Wow.
And the guys from Authentic Unlimited, a lot of those guys were in his last
absolutely
rendition of Quicksilver.
Yeah.
And that was probably the saddest 30 to 45 minutes that I could stand. I got in there and Doyle was counting merchandise. T-shirts, you name it. And I thought, man, I have walked into this.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so sad.
Absolutely, yeah.
But on the other hand, after he got finished doing all that stuff, he was laughing and cutting, and just having a good time. And I was maybe it's just time for him to live his life on his terms.
Yeah, he needs a break.
Yeah, exactly.
He's at it forever.
How many? You think you're going to go that long?
I hope so. That's the plan.
I mean, that's kind of a loaded question, but
that's my plan. I sure hope so. I hope I'm blessed enough to be able to do it that long.
Gosh, I don't know how long he's been in the business forever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he told me one time that he was traveling with Ralph and they stopped somewhere to eat some breakfast or something. And he was already scared to death of Ralph Stanley. And Ralph looked at him and said, Lawson, outside.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know. And he's like, I'm going to get my tail kicked by Ralph Stanley.
I would have been shaking in my boots.
That was the day that Ralph asked him to join the band.
Yeah.
So, cool. He has 100 of those stories. And things like that just happen when like you're talking about, when you have family members that you travel.
Oh yeah. With. Yeah. You least expect it. That's when I joined Sister Sadie, I remember Deanie called me first and she was like, hey, just between me and you, like Dalian, she's wanting to kind of do her own solo stuff. So she's kind of stepping away from Sister Sadie. And I was like, oh, okay. She was like, do you know of anybody who might want to audition? And I was like, oh goodness. I'll think of some people. Like I'll get a list and send it to you. She's like, no, what I'm asking is, would you be interested in auditioning? And I was like, me? I was like, really?
I knew it was a setup, That's
I was like, whoa. I was like, I can't believe it. So I did.
Yeah, and see, you think that's probably one of the better decisions that you've ever made?
Oh goodness, yes. I knew as soon as she was like, you want to audition? I was like, I don't care what I got to do. I immediately went. One of my best friends in the world, Seth Taylor. I called him and I was like, I need you to give me a guitar lesson today. I need you now.
And that's the dude to get it from. Let me tell you.
So I drove over there and I got he helped me, and it's so much fun. I'm looking back, I just can't believe it's been 5 years now. It's crazy.
Gosh, it doesn't seem that long, does it?
I know.
Good Lord. And Ty Gilpin is one of these guys that I always dealt with at Mountain Home. And
Yeah.
He called me up a couple of 3 weeks ago, and he's like, "Hey, would you like to interview Jaelee?" And I was like, "Well, sure. I haven't talked to her since she was, I don't know how old you were when we first
I couldn't
did our interview, but man, that was forever ago.
I was probably like 17 or 18 when we did that.
Maybe. Yeah,
That's pretty
that's
crazy.
been forever ago.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, you got a great start on things. You've done a lot of things in your life that people just beg to do
Yeah.
in their careers.
I'm feeling very, very blessed. That's for sure. I'm very.
Yeah, that's a great word. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you see in your future that you just want to do? I mean, there's got to be something there that you're just reaching for that you didn't think you'd ever want to reach for.
Yeah, I've definitely got a lot of like bucket list things that I want to do. Like someday I would love to make a full-blown classic country album. Because bluegrass is my passion and my love, but so is classic country. I love it so much, and I would love to do that. And I would love to make a gospel album, because first and foremost, the most important thing in my life is God, and I give the credit. Everything that I've ever done and will do is to Him. That is why I'm doing it anyways.
Gotcha.
And I would just love it. I have such a love for gospel music, and I would love to do that. And I just want to continue. I love singing with other people on their albums. I love doing session work. I think it's the best. I would love to play the Opry as many times and as possibly allow. Literally, I would love to do that. I would love to play with Sister Sadie, and I would love to play solo again. I've got a lot of big dreams for sure.
Do you have a thermometer with you there? You said you love to do session work, so I thought surely you have a temperature or something. Something's wrong.
I know that seems crazy. A lot of people don't like studio work, but I do. I love it.
That's good to hear. I'm sure a lot of people are just you may get some phone calls after this.
Listen, I would love it. I love singing on people's albums, singing demos for people. I had songwriters that'll have me sing their demos. Oh, I love it. I love it so much.
Let me ask you one quick question.
Yeah.
Do you think there could ever be a female person in Mountain Heart?
I think it would be great. I think it would be cool.
I think it'd be pretty cool too. I mean, that's never. I don't think it's ever going to happen.
Probably not, but it would be cool. But honestly, Ashby can sing higher than me anyway. So,
what a voice that guy's got!
Literally, Ashby Frank is one of my favorite singers and people on the planet. I love him so much.
A great guy, man. We do a top 5 every week that's just rock solid, and a lot of I'm finding out that more and more and more I see Ashby Frank's name in there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I mean, it's not a shocker to me. I mean,
no, he's great.
But that cat he's got some pipes, let me tell you.
Oh, absolutely. And he can play the heck out of a mandolin too.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Well, what's the future looking like for Jaelee Roberts? I mean, Sister Sadie is a kind of a set up deal there for you.
Yeah.
But what do you want to do other than a gospel record, you think?
Well, definitely the country record too, and also just I really, really want to keep focusing on my songwriting. I love songwriting and co-writing with other people, and just doing more and more and more of that, because I love it. I love co-writing and songwriting, and I've been doing a lot of that recently, and I would love to have my songs cut by other people someday. I think that would be really neat, and I would love to someday do I sometimes get to do songwriter rounds here around Nashville, but I would love to do some solo stuff someday when I have time, when I'm not with Sister Sadie. That's my plan. Just keep playing with Sister Sadie, maybe do some solo stuff, do writers rounds, write with people, keep making records, hopefully get to make the country and the gospel records someday. I've got big plans.
I just think you don't have enough hours in the day, is all I can say, you know?
There's been a lot of times where I've wished for more hours in the day, that's for sure. Yeah. Especially when it comes to packing clothes late at night, getting ready to leave the next day.
Anything big that you can drop about what's going to happen with Sister Sadie?
There are some things, but I'm not allowed to say them.
Well, that's all I could ever ask for.
But just know it's exciting.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing all about it, man. And
yeah.
We'll keep our ears to the ground so we can find out what's going on.
Yay.
Well, Jaelee, thanks very much for sitting down with us tonight, and tell Danny and Andrea that we said hey.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
To enjoy their vacation.
I will.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great honor to have Jaelee Roberts with me tonight on the Rick Dollar Show and the Rick Dollar Show podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks.
This has been the Rick Dollar Show podcast. The Rick Dollar Show podcast is produced by Radio Dog Productions. Theme music is written and performed by Jeremy Garrett at garrettgrass.com. The Rick Dollar Show podcast cannot be reproduced or rebroadcast without express written consent from Radio Dog Productions. I'm Kent Jones, and this has been a Radio Dog production.